Hello everyone and welcome back to our business communication series part 2. Today we are going to dive into the fundamental phrases that you can use in your everyday professional communication. Now, whether you are a seasoned professional or just starting out in the professional world, understanding and using these phrases in your everyday business communication is going to help you navigate and succeed in your career. Let's explore these basic business phrases together and empower ourselves with the language of professionals. Welcome to Fluency Goals. I am Mandeep, and through this channel, my only purpose is to help you improve and better your communication skills so that you sound more confident in your everyday personal and professional conversations. So, the first phrase that we have here is to sign off on something. To sign off on something is a bit like giving your official approval or saying, I'm okay with this. So, when you sign off on a document or decision, you're giving your formal permission or saying, yes, I'm okay with this. So many a times we have to get the sign off of our boss or our superiors before proceeding with important tasks or projects. So use this phrase when you seek approval, especially in formal or contractual situations. Let's take examples. We need the manager to sign off on the project proposal before we can move forward. The legal team will sign off the contract once all the terms are reviewed. Number two, to set a deadline. Now, setting a deadline means you are setting a specific time period to complete some task, some project. So, when you are setting a deadline, you are deciding when a task or project should be completed. It helps everyone to know when to expect things to be finished, and it keeps everything on track. So, setting a deadline is putting a target date on your calendar for some project or for some activity. So, where to use this phrase? Use this phrase when assigning tasks, projects to your team members, to your colleagues, to ensure that they meet the expected deadlines. Let's take examples. Let's set a deadline of Friday for submitting the final proposal to the client. The team leader will set a deadline for completion of the software development phase. The third phrase here is to meet the deadlines. When you meet the deadlines means you have managed to complete the task by the expected date. You have gotten it done on time or before the date. So, meeting a deadline is crossing the finish line right on time. Let's take examples. Despite challenges, the team managed to meet the deadline for the product launch. The graphic designers worked extra hours to meet the tight deadline for the ad campaign. Now, tight deadline here means the completion time is very limited and you cannot afford to lose any time. The fourth phrase here is to stay on the budget. Now here we are connecting our fourth and fifth phrase to stay on the budget and to go over the budget. Let me explain the first one here, to stay on the budget. When you stay on the budget, it means that you are staying within the limits of the financial allotment. So it's like sticking to the spending plan that you have set. So where to use this phrase? Use this phrase when managing expenses to ensure that they do not exceed the predetermined budget. Let's take examples. It's crucial for the manager to stay on the budget to avoid any financial setbacks. We need to find some cost-effective solutions to stay on the budget for the upcoming quarter. Now, the fifth phrase here is to go over the budget. Now, staying on the budget means to stick to the financial limits. Going over means when you have exceeded the financial limits and your expenses have exceeded the allotment. So, going over the budget is like accidentally spending too much and needing to reevaluate the expenses. Use this phrase when expenses surpass the predetermined budget. We need to cut the unnecessary expenses, otherwise, we'll go over the budget for this quarter. Number 6, to climb the career ladder. To climb the career ladder means to advance one's career, often by moving up to higher positions. It's like moving up on your job or your profession, starting from the lowest position and slowly climbing up to the higher position in the company. So, where to use this phrase? Use it when discussing career growth and progression. Let's take a few examples. She has been working hard to climb the career ladder and recently got promoted. Continuous learning and networking are essential to climb the career ladder successfully. Number 7, to brush up on skills. To brush up on skills means you are refreshing or enhancing your skills, often through practice or additional learning. So, when somebody tells you to go and brush up on skills, means they want you to refresh and improve your abilities in a particular area. So, when to use this phrase? Use this phrase when preparing for a task or a project that requires specific skills. Before the presentation, I need to brush up on my public speaking skills. Employees are encouraged to attend the workshops to brush up on their technical skills. Number 8, paradigm shift. Paradigm shift means a significant change in the way something is approached or understood. Imagine that you are looking at the world or something in one way and suddenly everything changes. That change in how you see and understand things is paradigm shift. So, when there is a paradigm shift in the company, it's not just a small adjustment, it's a fundamental transition in the way people view and do things. So, use it when describing a fundamental change in perspective or methodology. The introduction of online learning marked a paradigm shift in the field of education. The company's adoption of sustainability practice represents a paradigm shift in its business strategy. Number 9 is to outsource an activity. When you outsource something means to delegate or contract a task or activity to an external party. It's like asking someone from outside your usual team or company to do a particular task or project for you. So, where to use this phrase? Use it when mentioning about seeking external expertise or resources for the specific tasks or functions. We decided to outsource the customer support function to a specialized service product. To increase its efficiency, the company plans to outsource the manufacturing of certain components. Number 10, from the ground up. From the ground up means starting from the very beginning, often through attention to detail. When you say you're taking something from the ground up, means you are starting a new project or a new business from the ground up and you are beginning with the fundamental elements and building upon them gradually. For example, if someone says they built a successful company from the ground up, it means that they started with an idea and built the entire business considering every detail and aspect. Use it when describing a comprehensive or fundamental approach. The new project requires building the software from the ground up to meet its unique requirements. The successful entrepreneur built the company from the ground up, focusing on every aspect of the business. So that was all for today. Make sure that you practice these phrases in your everyday communication conversations so that they come naturally to you when you are in the business meetings or your professional conversations. So if you have liked this video, then please give a like. Don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel to keep following for more such videos. Thank you so much.